Welcome to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. Today we are doing an update to the Just Rum Deep Dive series. After I had finished the bottles that I had reviewed in the 4-part series, I was putting things away and saw that I had a bottle in the back in a bag. Curious as to what was in that bottle, I looked, and it was a surprise, another Just Rum product that I had purchased and I'd forgotten about. Not sure why I forgot, because this is a pretty good one. So join with me as we review this and make a cocktail with it. Hello and welcome to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. This week we are going to unveil a lost bottle. A bottle that had gotten to the back of the shelf and was in a bag, and I'd forgotten what was in the bag. So I should have done this with the other series that I just completed, but it's one that we will do separate all by itself. So unveiling it now out of the bag, and it is an Oregon oak aged 3 years. So this is one that I'd gotten not too long ago actually, and just completely forgotten that it was on the shelf. I had previously done one of the videos where I did these two, which was the Oregon oak rested and an American white oak aged 2 years. This aged 2-year American oak was phenomenal. The Oregon oak rested was really good, but again, this American oak 2-year one was phenomenal. So I'm curious whether this 3-year Oregon oak is going to be as good or better than the American oak, or if it's closer to the Oregon oak rested. When they do the rested products, I think they just use staves rather than being in a barrel. But don't quote me on that, because I may not be correct. So we will see on this. We'll do this review and do a cocktail with it. As I go along, I want to have these off to the side, because I might want to just do a little comparison between this and one of those, depending on what we find. So let's start off with this. I'd already broken the seal, have not opened it until just now. Nice pop. I'll remove the special coin that you get with each of the bottles. Set that off with the others, and let's see what this is like. Definitely on the nose you get that oak. You get a very nice aged smell. You can tell that that's going to be a very good rum. It's got a nice age on it. This actually comes in at 114 proof. I think that's a little lower than the American oak. I think it was 116. Yeah. So that's 114, which is 57%. And yeah, 57%. It says right there. Didn't even have to do the math. So again, very good smell. A little bit of fruitiness. Just a slight bit of rum funk, but let's see what the taste is. Very good taste. Even though it's a higher proof point, it is not going to be devastating on your palate, but it does have a very good taste. I do get maybe a little bit of cinnamon, some little fruity tastes in the back. It has a lingering taste. It stays on the tongue. So this is so far a very, very good rum. While we're at it, I am going to do a quick refresh on the American oak, which I thought was phenomenal. Let's see how this compares. Better smell on the American oak. I get more of a cinnamon smell on that. Yeah, the American oak does have a little bit better taste, but the Oregon oak 3-year has a very, very good taste as well. So we'll set that aside. That was just a quick comparison. And we will do a cocktail that, this is not one that was on Just Rum's website. This is a drink called the Left Hand, which is made with bourbon, but it's renamed as the Right Hand if you make this with an aged rum. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to do a variation of the Left Hand, which with rum is called the Right Hand. So with that, in a mixing glass with ice, you put 2 ounces. If it's a right hand, you're doing a left hand. It's bourbon, but when it's a right hand, it's spilling out a little bit. It is. I don't want to waste that rum, but it's called a right hand when it's aged rum. This is supposed to have an ounce of Campari, but Campari's got a bit of sugar in it, so I'm going to only do a ½ an ounce. Campari is quite strong anyway, so we'll do a ½ ounce to decrease the sugars. A full ounce of Campari has 10.5 grams of carbs, so this will be 5 1/4. And then sweet vermouth. Now, a sweet vermouth has about 4 carbs per ounce, so we'll go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I usually use dry vermouth, which only has approximately 1 gram of carbs per ounce. But just to stay with the recipe as close as possible. So add those and mole bitters or chocolate bitters. There are 3 dashes. And then you stir to chill. And then you put that into a chilled cocktail glass. And I had already had some ice there that's starting to melt. You usually get the ice out right when you're ready to strain. And often I just dump the ice from the glass rather than wasting any ice. And this is supposed to have a branded cherry. It's optional for a garnish. Don't have branded cherries, but these Peninsula cherries, about 4 grams of carbs in that. But we'll put that in there. And that is the right hand. And let's see how that tastes. It's pretty good. In fact, if you want a more bitter taste, you go ahead and put the full ounce of Campari. But with only putting a half ounce, then that decreases that kind of an overbearing taste you do get with Campari, and lets the rum shine through. And this is a very good rum, so it's one that you would want to taste more of this rum instead. So again, this is the Lost Bottle, the Oregon Oak 3-year aged rum from Just Rum. Very good, definitely worth getting. Contact them. They may not have it on their website, but they may have this or some of the other ones that I reviewed available. If you email them, they will provide people with stuff that they have that's not on their website, if they happen to have it. And if they don't have it, it's probably just that it's not aged far enough in the next batch, and you might have to wait a little bit. But I do recommend that you get a hold of them and try out what they have, because everything that they have, there's not a single thing I've tried that I don't like. So check out the website, contact them. They can ship stuff to you, and enjoy. So again, that's the last of the Just Rums that I'm going to be reviewing in this series. A great cocktail called the Right Hand that I think you should try. It's got a little bit of carbs because of mainly from the Campari, and I would, if you're going for lower carbs, I'd use dry vermouth rather than sweet. If you need to sweeten it up a little bit, you can put a little simple syrup in it. But of course, the non-carb type with Splenda, and a cherry if you so choose, but that's just optional for the garnish. Does make a good drink. Not a lot of carbs. Does have a few, but something I think that you'll enjoy. So give this a try. Check out Just Rum at the website. And this is it for this series. Won't probably do another review of Just Rum until something new comes out, which they're always trying new things. So there will be something in a few months, I'm sure. Otherwise, have a great day. Make sure that you tell other people about this channel, like and subscribe, share this video, help to build this community so that we can all learn how to do great cocktails with lower carbs. Thank you, and see you next week.